Tell me a little bit about your fishing history. Are you an avid fisherman?
I've been fishing my whole life. My dad started me out really young, going out with him on his boat since I was a little boy. But I'm fairly new to striping on the fishing striped bass on the Hudson River.
Now talk to me about that day.
It was pretty incredible. I got to the river. It was probably about 8 o'clock, and it was a little windy, and I was by myself. I have a smaller boat, so I questioned going out at all. But you know, I'm not able to get out too much, so I decided to launch, and I got out there, and I was out there probably for about an hour, and all of a sudden, a fish hit my bait and just, took off. It must have took, 100, 150 feet of line before I could even get to the pole. I picked it up, I set the hook, and as soon as I started fighting it, I knew it was a big fish. I really had no idea how big it was. The fish would take some line, I would gain some line back on it, it would take some more line. Finally, when it hit the surface, I saw, the shadow that it had in the water, and it was just incredible. It dove back down once it saw the boat, and it fought real hard. Right then, the reel came off of my rod. So I had the reel in one hand, the rod in the other. I was able to get it back on and continue to fight the fish. And then a moment later, the fish swam under my boat and got hung up in my prop of my motor. From watching my father do it a few times, over my life, I knew that if I stuck the pole in the water underneath the prop, I'd be able to free it, but it would be a big risk of losing the fish, but it was really the only choice I had. So I was able to get it free. I tired the fish out. The entire thing took about 10 or 15 minutes. The third time that it hit the water, it kind of just tired and gave up and went on its belly. That's when I went to the bow of the boat, and I was able to get my hand in through the gill and hoist it up over the bow of the boat into the boat. I knew it was a big fish. I had no idea how big it was. I just wanted to weigh it and measure it and then release it. When I weighed it, I had a small hand scale in the boat. My scale said 61 pounds, and I knew exactly what the record was. And I knew right away I had to get it to shore to have it weighed and to get it into the record book. So it was a wild day for sure.
Now, does the fish get released? Did you keep it? How does that all work?
Unfortunately, because for a record fish, you have to have it weighed on a certified scale, and then you have to have a marine biologist identify it as the species that it qualifies for the record. I wasn't able to get it back in the water in time, but it's not going to go to waste. It will be eaten by many. It'll be enjoyed by many, and ultimately the skin will be mounted, by a taxidermist. And I'm actually going to have it in my Allstate insurance office in Goshen for the public to enjoy, other fishermen.
Okay, so the fish itself, the food will be. Will you be able to eat some of this?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, and you're going to be sharing some of that.
Absolutely.
Bounty.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Did you know really almost from the get-go that you had yourself a whopper? I
really didn't. Not until I know it was a whopper. I didn't know to what capacity until I actually put it on the scale and saw the scale. It was just incredible.
What's the secret to landing a fish like that? Now, you could have very easily have lost it.
It's just a lot of luck and a little bit of skill. The luck part was having a fish like that take just a little tiny bloodworm, which was what I was using, and just the skill of knowing when troubles happen on the water and when you have a fish on the line, what to do, and a lot of luck. It was just a lot of luck.
Awesome. All right. And you're going to be continuing to fish, and I guess the moral here is that the Hudson can yield some really nice fish.
It's an incredible river. It's come a long way over the years, and it's just beautiful to be out. Even if you don't catch fish, it's just beautiful to be out there and enjoying the scenery. It really is a beautiful waterway.
And you'll be out again a few times this summer?
I hope so.